Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And that was Skylar Cole singing the national anthem. A fantastic rendition. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA. Thank you. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Porter. Booker out there with Porter. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Chris Paul. Brook Lopez is out there with Collins. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's James in at the 3, the small forward. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Yeah, well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
Ball against Porter. Pass to Booker. And a dunk by Booker.
Well, make the right play at the rim. Devin Booker sees an opportunity and doesn't hesitate.
Paul passes to Huerter. And it's Lopez at the elbow. And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That is his first foul of the game.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Lopez, a screen on Porter. The leaner. Paul can't get it to go. Here's Indiana. A floater. Porter with the screen for Booker. Kicks to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good. Nice job down low.
Well, this guy can do it anytime he wants. Andrew Wiggins with broad shoulders to carry the load there.
Paul goes in over Porter. Paul's shot is off. Porter against Paul. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Paul missing again.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Robinson a screen on James. The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Quality decision-making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
Now, here's Porter following the shot by Chris Paul. Outside, Porter. Wiggins outside. Shot clock at 5. Offline with his 3. Nets trail by 6.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists. 2nd all-time in career assist percentage. And he looks far from done.
And Greg, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
And Indiana making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Robinson finds Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Whew, he is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 6-point game. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
He kicks to Paul. Over Booker. That's good from Paul on the assist by LeBron.
There it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Good on the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Nets trail by 7. And the pass to Herter. Back to Paul. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. A moment now to check out some numbers for Kevin Porter. Last outing for Indiana, they won that game against the Wizards.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Now here's Wiggins. Here's DiVincenzo. And the shot goes in. DiVincenzo's got 5 points so far.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Ball against DiVincenzo. To the middle. Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Guys, you think about this Indiana Pacers proud organization. They have not been to a conference finals since 2014. And consider when they did get into the playoffs, they were bounced in the first round several times.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. And for this Pacers franchise, Doris, they took a step backwards last season.
Kevin, there's no doubt about it. Their worst record in over 30 years. But you know what? I really like what they did. They shuffled the deck player-wise. They brought in a new head coach. Sometimes you have to take that step backward to go 2 steps forward.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Now here's James. 26 points for him last game against Dallas.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
Now here's Booker following the shot by Chris Paul. Passes it to Porter. Wiggins outside. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Herter kicks to Paul. Herter on the wing, defended by Booker. Here's Collins, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And when Collins goes up, the interior defense runs out of options. He forces him to get sloppy.
That free throw, no good.
And Collins is shown to be a game changer on the floor. The problem for him has been staying on the floor. Has fought the injury bug his whole career.
Larry Nance is checked in for Brooklyn. Noel comes in for Paul. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5. Outside Porter. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Brooklyn with the rebound. For Collins, he has yet to play close to a full slate of games grade in a single season.
Collins has missed time in each season he's played. He's young enough. A few years of good injury fortune can change the narrative, and let's just hope that's the case for his sake.
Here's DiVincenzo following the basket by LeBron James. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Devin Booker.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Washington's checked in for the Nets. Joe Ingles comes in for James. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Whiteside's checked in for Robinson. Rain comes in for Porter. Norman Powell's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Booker. Now here's Powell. Green with a screen for Powell. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple years, assembling a super team. And before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so don't write off that front office just yet.
Indiana leading by 10. To the paint. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now, here's Washington. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Looking here at some numbers for Norman Powell. Last year, getting it done. Last season put up about 19 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
And so Powell will bring it up for the Pacers. 10-point lead. Green with a screen on Ingles. Powell, the pass to Green. Back to Powell. Whiteside inside. Working on Nance. Whiteside, good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Noel passes to Washington. Jacks up a 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Indiana leading by 12. Here's DiVincenzo. It's blocked. Pass to Ingles. Pass to Washington. Now Herter. It's deflected.
And a guy who blocks few shots, KCP stepping up and gets all of that one.
Kicks it to Green. In the corner, Powell with it. Green with a screen for Powell. Over Ingles. Misses off the right iron. That's trailed by 12. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The pass to Herter. Over Whiteside. And the Nets miss again. Indiana's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Powell dishes to Caldwell-Pope. Whiteside, high post. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's Noel. Following the score by Indiana. Passes to Washington. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other, as this is the first of 4 contests
between them this year.
And the better they know each other, the more competitive they become. Expect this first one to be extremely spirited, with each side trying desperately to send a message early.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Cody Zeller's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Vincent. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Powell, no one around him. Pass to Vincent. Over in the corner, Zeller. Here's the three. The shot will not fall. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Noel. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Dallas.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Now, here's Washington. 11-point game. Ingles can't get it to go. Powell against Ingles. Now here's Zeller. Caldwell Pope right side. 6 on the shot clock. Zeller finds Powell. Over Ingles. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Here's Noel. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Green passes to Caldwell Pope. And here is Powell. Pass to Vincent. There's the triple. Ingles with the rebound. Nets trail by 11. Noel passes to Ingles. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Oh, Nance in position. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Now Powell. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And so it's Indiana holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Pacers here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 11. On the court right now for the Pacers. We've got Zeller. Michael Porter's out there with Wiggins. Then it's Porter. And it's Booker in at the 2.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Porter kicks to Booker. The Pacers getting another chance here. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And it's off from three-point range. And Brooklyn has possession. Paul with the ball. He had 16 points in the win against Dallas.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
A second chance effort. Nance, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Greg, looking at the shooting numbers of Michael Porter Jr., they're off the charts.
I mean, his first full year in the league, Porter Jr. was top 20 in field goal percentage, top 10 in three-point percentage. Incredible numbers for a 6'10 wing.
And it's the Pacers with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Porter passes to Porter. Over to the left wing. Zeller dishes to Porter. And Booker kicks to Porter. They get it again. Here's Zeller. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. The Nets making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Pacers. Paul passes to Noel. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And finished off by Collins.
With soft hands and great recognition, Collins is the ideal big for a pick and roll.
Down low, Lopez with the steal. James against Wiggins, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Booker the pass to Wiggins. Takes the three. Booker, no good.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer.
Well, Wiggins' raw athleticism is going to make him versatile enough to guard a number of positions.
Porter finds Wiggins. The shot off that time, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Lopez, a screen on Wiggins. Paul dishes to Lopez. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Booker. His last outing, he had 18 points. It's Porter outside, and they recover it. Here's Robinson. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Pacers lead by 13.
What a presence Mitchell Robinson has given this team on the interior. He knows he can be a threat on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Collins. A 24-point outing in their last game against Dallas. With the fadeaway. And the Nets miss again. Pacers leading by 13. Now here's Wiggins. Kicks it out to Booker. Robinson sets a screen for Booker. On the wing, Porter. That 3 off the mark. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. That one drops for him.
Well, we always talk about the power of LeBron James, but how about the grace on the pull-up there?
Here's Booker. Following the basket by LeBron James. And the dunk by Booker.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Paul. The Pacers making the shot. From outside, off the mark. And here's Porter. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Now here's Booker. 13-point lead. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Wiggins. And the rejection by James.
Wow, LeBron James sends it back emphatically. That was a message, folks.
Paul, a screen on Wiggins. LeBron passes to Lopez. Kicks it out to Paul. For the three. Connects from three-point range. Paul's got 7 points in the game. Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me.
So for the Nets, Washington's checked in for Collins. Joe Ingles comes in for LeBron. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Noel. Indiana also making some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Michael Porter. George Niang comes in for Wiggins. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Devin Booker. Here's Robinson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That one misses for Robinson.
I think obviously the shot blocking skills are the first thing you think of when you think of Mitchell Robinson. But this guy is showing signs of improving on the offensive end as well. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Robinson a screen on Paul. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul. Porter finds DiVincenzo. Whiteside sets the pick for DiVincenzo. And there's the pass to Whiteside. Trying to get open is DiVincenzo. Whiteside, good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Paul. He's got 7. Ingles can't get it to go. Niang passes to Robinson. Robinson a screen on Paul. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Porter, no luck. Nets trail by 12. Now Washington. Over in the corner, Paul. Pass to Huerter. From past the arc. That one no good. So Indiana will take it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Niang. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Nancy's checked in for the Nets, and he's got his first chance at the line here.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Nets with possession here. 15-point game. Ingles passes to Paul. Now here's Huerter. Defended by DiVincenzo.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter.
Misses for the 5th time this game. Marking at 1 for 6. Whiteside a screen on Paul. Porter kicks to DiVincenzo. Now the pass to Whiteside. Shot clock at 6. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Brooklyn has possession, following the score by Indiana. Passes it to Washington. Inside, here's Nance. Makes it off the glass. Nance has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we know that Larry Nance is a vertical spacer. This guy can score it on the interior. Good touch right there.
Robinson sets a screen for DiVincenzo. Porter finds DiVincenzo. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. DiVincenzo's got his third bucket of the night.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Washington, that's good.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
Washington against Porter. Fires the three, and the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Powell, he's checked in for Indiana. Contavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Porter. Paul dishes to Ingles. Out left to the wing. All up top, defended by DiVincenzo. Paul with the bucket.
Working inside, Chris Paul has the ability to outsmart the opposition and makes himself a good shot opportunity.
Pass to Whiteside. Powell with it. Whiteside, a screen on Ingles. Powell kicks to DiVincenzo. Powell against Ingles. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Niang. Off target with his 3. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 17. Lets it go from the wing. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight. DiVincenzo passes to Caldwell-Pope. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Powell, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact.
Noel, he's checked in for Chris Paul. The Pacers also changing it up. Cody Zeller comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Green in for George Niang. Here's Noel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And stolen by Zeller. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Here's Powell. A rebound by Washington.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And so it's the Indiana Pacers holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we're going hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, they need to change their strategy. We can see that. Jacking up 3-pointers left and right, many of them contested or from deep range, just isn't the way to play basketball, fellas.
And shifting our focus now, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
The Bucks are clearly hurting. Without Colin Sexton, they lose a lot of explosive elements, particularly going downhill toward the cup. but he also is a pretty good shooter. I mean, what are you going to do when a guy like this is out? Tough to replace.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. John Collins is out there with Brook Lopez. And it's LeBron James. Then it's Kevin Huerter. And it's Paul in at the one. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half. Now here's Booker following the shot by Chris Paul. Porter, no luck.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
From deep, James. Pacers with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
What a good pass. I mean, Booker so unselfish, showing he's not just a finisher.
And with Kevin Porter Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. and Otto Porter Jr. Guys, I'm sensing a pattern here.
It can even get a little confusing at times, but no relation that I'm aware of. They're just Porters, Juniors, and quality NBA players.
Now, Booker, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Booker outside. In the corner, it's Robinson. Porter kicks to Porter. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. Great D that time from James. For Brooklyn, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Paul. Sinks that one from the post. Paul's got 11 points.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Pass to Huerter. Lets it go from deep. Cranes the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
Well, the playmaking ability of LeBron James may be his best skill in a wealth of incredible skills.
Now here's Booker. 6 points for him. Porter looking it over. Back to Booker. There's a screen by Robinson. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Pacers lead by 21. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Nets. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. From deep, James, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The catch and shoot game for LeBron James, it's all about mechanics and your footwork. He is so good there.
Booker with it. 8 points for him. Outside, Porter. Five on the clock. Kicks it out to Booker. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by Booker. Nets trail by 18. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Porter, no luck. Brooklyn with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. To the wing right side. That's a 2 from Paul, kept alive.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And Booker kicks to Porter. Robinson a screen on Paul. Porter finds Porter. Porter, no luck. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. James, the pass to Lopez. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Number 1, Chris Paul.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Indiana leading by 16. Here's Booker. 8 points for him. Outside Porter. Wiggins sets a screen for Porter. Over Collins. Porter, no luck. The Nets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And they double up James. Now here's Herter. He has 7. Collins. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Collins has got 7 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And here's Booker. There's the pass to Porter. They could use a bucket. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Porter against Paul. Collins up top. Lots of room. Misses off the left iron.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Booker finds Porter. Back to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The shot's good from Paul. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now Porter. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, increasing consistency from range. This is one of the things Andrew Wiggins is working on.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And a new group in for the Nets. Nancy's checked in for Lopez. Washington comes in for John Collins. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Noel in for Paul. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Zeller, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Green comes in for Porter. Norman Powell's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Porter. Now here's James. He's got 7 to the middle. And the jam by Larry Nance.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
Here's Vincent. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Powell with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance.
See, the athleticism with Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
And he sinks the second. And Brooklyn has possession. It's a 16-point game. Now, here's Ingles. Pass to Washington. To the inside. Noel, no good. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Zeller, a screen on Nance. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Ingles. The dish to LeBron. Washington passes to James. It's good. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And let's check out stats for James. Great showing for him last season. How about 30 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists? And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
Now here's Powell. 6 points for him. Outside, Green. Powell sets a screen for Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Green's got his first 2 points of the night. Nets trail by 16. And here is Washington. 5 points in the game. Good work there as it goes.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Pass to Zeller. For 3, Booker. Rebounded by the Nets. Nance has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Washington kicks to LeBron. Pass to Noel. Launches it. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Now Booker. He's got 10. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, Booker understands how to navigate his way to the paint, and he's not going to shy away from contact. Nicely done to pick up the foul.
Both free throws good from Booker.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Here's Noel. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. From deep Ingles. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 4 rebounds in this game. Booker outside. On the left block, the pass to Vincent. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Well, what you love about Devin Booker, this guy, yes, he is a shoot-first player, but if somebody's open, he will find you.
Here's James. Knocks down the step-back J. LeBron's got 11 points.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Hard to believe, Greg, last season, LeBron missing the playoffs for just the 3rd time in his career.
And Kevin, it almost felt surreal to not have him in the playoffs. I mean, this guy's been a fixture in the postseason for almost 2 decades now. Just another bullet on LeBron's incredible resume.
And then slams it in.
Well, that's the nose for the basketball. Larry Nance, my goodness, what hops on that young guy.
Green with a screen on LeBron. Powell, the pass to Green, and Green slams it in.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Passes it to Washington. A minute 20 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
And Doris, when you think Hassan Whiteside, what's the first thing that jumps into your mind?
Probably that lockdown defense, the ability as a shot blocker to intimidate people. Multiple seasons now, this is a guy who's led the league in blocks. Getting shots off around this guy is not an easy task.
Nets trail by 19. LeBron outside. Pass to Washington. He feeds it to Nance. Basket counts. Nance has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Powell kicks to Green. Here's Vincent. From deep. It's rebounded by Herter.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Right side a screen. Vincent the pass to Powell. Here's Vincent. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Nance. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Well, Larry Nance taking his time in the spotlight, a featured role for a guy who's really starting to improve.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And a deep three from James. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Indiana out in front. They lead by 13. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Michael Porter's out there with Wiggins. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2 spot. Now here's Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot. Wiggins passes to Caldwell Pope. And that one goes long. Nets trail by 13. Paul with the ball. Tries from 10, and it's blocked by Whiteside. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Nance, and it's Wiggins missing.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And he makes that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the bucket by the Nets. Dishes it to Whiteside. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Down low, Caldwell Pope. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Inside, and finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Porter, a screen on Paul. Knocks it loose. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. The Nets making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Indiana. Porter comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Lets it fly. And it's off the back rim. No good. Nets trail by 11. Noel passes to Paul. Here's Noel. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Paul. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Porter inside. Defended by Paul. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Porter dishes to Porter. Back to Porter. Shot clock at 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Brook Lopez.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
James checked in for Brooklyn. And a change for the Pacers. Booker's checked in.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Here's Paul. Robinson with the block. On the wing, Porter. He's guarded by Collins. Porter with a screen for Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Herter. And the Nets miss again. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Indiana. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. He kicks it to Porter. Indiana moving it around. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, Devin Booker, one of the rare guys in the NBA, the ability to score at will, and he's rolling right now.
Nets trail by 17. Herter passes to Lopez. Ball outside. Three-pointer. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Booker against Paul. Fades. Booker, no good.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Now here's Herter. He's guarded closely. The kick out to Lopez. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Now here's Booker. Robinson sets a screen for Booker. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target from outside. Nets trail by 17. To the left wing. Here's Paul. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. Basketball. To end the cold streak. The Pacers pull it in. Porter's got 7 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Booker left side. Porter kicks to Wiggins. Trying to get open is Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, an ever-diversifying offensive arsenal. Wiggins baits the defender with that little up fake.
No good on the second free throw. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cut. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Michael Porter.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill
in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Get off the goddamn court. What the hell's going on out here?
Of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's Booker, and they pick up 2.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Free throw good, Booker.
Well, Devin Booker's ability to put an offense on his back is huge for any organization. His willingness to absorb and embrace responsibility is so crucial.
Stolen by Robinson. Booker with it. He's picked up by Collins. Porter passes to Booker. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Here's Paul. Tries the spin move. Herter on the wing. There's a screen by Collins. From 11 feet away, Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 8 rebounds in this game. And Porter, here we go. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists tonight.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Now here's Herter. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Here's Wiggins. Following the basket by LeBron James. Back to Wiggins. Outside Porter. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. And here is Paul. Herter kicks to Paul. Over Porter. A shot by Paul, no good.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Puts up a 3. Porter, no luck.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And finished off by Collins.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Timeout called the Pacers. Larry Nance is checked in for Brook Lopez. And a change for the Pacers. Norman Powell's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Pacers leading by 16. Outside Porter. The pass to Booker. Robinson sets a screen for Booker. And the layup's good off the glass. Booker's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. To the inside. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, aggressive move, strong finish. This guy can play. I love Larry Nance's approach.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn.
Nance, no good on the free throw. And it's Porter with the ball for Indiana. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Booker the pass to Robinson. Tries again over Collins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Collins.
Well, if the defense gets sloppy on Mitchell Robinson, he has the kind of length and athleticism to make him tough to guard.
No luck that time either. And Greg, in the era of positionless basketball, Mitchell Robinson is an old-school center, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, during his first 4 years in the league, Robinson didn't attempt a single three. Has led the league in shooting percentage, so Mitchell knows his role.
So it's Brooklyn now, after Indiana gets the three. Paul kicks to Nance. Passes to Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's James outside. Porter pulls it in.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Booker outside. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Here is Paul. And Brooklyn with another turnover here.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Now Powell. He dishes it to Robinson.
Junior. Second personal foul. Team's fifth foul. Shooting for Indiana.
First one falls for him. And for a lot of up-and-coming teams, getting better defensively is the key to reaching, Greg, that next level. That being considered, what's the first step in that improvement?
A lot of times it's bringing in a great defender, like a Pat Beverly or an Andre Iguodala, a defensive anchor who also inspires his teammates to take that challenge.
When you consider how far into his career LeBron is, the fact that he is still a force and that he is as versatile and fearless as he has ever been is nothing short of remarkable, guys.
Now here's Booker. On the wing, Porter. And it's blocked.
And this is what Nance Jr. is capable of. Send it back.
Takes it inside. Herter passes to Paul. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. Herter, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Booker. Robinson a screen on Paul. Back to Porter. Fires the three. No good that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pacers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Robinson.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Here's Paul after Indiana gets the three. Offline with the baseline jumper. Booker looking around. Porter with the screen for Booker. Outside, Porter. Misses the three.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They grab their own miss. Here's Collins. Can't connect from short range. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Here's Booker. Fires for three. He can't hit that time. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
I feel it was great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alder, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.